first thing you will do is check to see that your lens is on manual focus, M, rather than autofocus. And then you'll use your left hand to cradle the lens, and you'll, with your right hand, stabilize the camera, pick it up to your brow, and with your left hand, zoom in and out by turning the zoom ring on your lens as you look through the viewfinder. Then, once you've zoomed in and you've framed your photograph, you will move your hand farther down to the end of the lens and use your left hand to focus using the focusing ring, turning that back and forth until the subject in your photograph is in focus. On this camera, your shutter dial is located directly behind the shutter release button. It makes it so it's very seamless to move back and forth between the two with your pointer finger. Shutter dial, as you move to the right, becomes faster. The fastest speed is 1/2000th of a second on this camera. So you can see the left number is 2000, and that refers to 1/2000th of a second. As you move the dial to the left, it goes down to 1500, 1000, 750, and so on, all the way down to 30 and beyond. However, in this class, you will not shoot any slower than 1/30th of a second. With this camera, in order to control the aperture, or f-stop, which is the circumference of the opening of the shutter, you hit the AV plus or minus button with your thumb, and you move the same dial that you use to adjust the shutter speed, but while holding down the AV button. So the highest aperture, or f-stop, for this camera is f32. As you move the dial to the left, it goes down to 27, 22, 19, 16, and so on, all the way down to f5.6. That's the lowest aperture opening available for this lens. So what this means is, as the lowest aperture opening, that means it's the widest opening, meaning shallowest depth of field. Wider circumference of the shutter allows more light in, shallower depth of field. Greater number, f-stop, as we go up in number, all the way up to f32. Smaller aperture opening, less light is allowed in when you depress the shutter button, and therefore longer depth of field.